Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hills and Hollers Homestead. Mike again, and today I'm just going to do a short video, and I wanted to cover a topic that it frequently enters my mind, and it's mainly because I have children in school, and alternate routes if I would need to go pick my children up in the event of a weather emergency or anything like that, or if there was a problem, and say that my usual or my main route would be blocked, or you were at work and they let you go home because of a weather emergency or because of this or because of that. Anything like that that would require you to travel outside of your normal time, and kind of interrupt your typical schedule. And then if something would happen, something else or a like episode would occur that would block your usual route. And this may seem pretty menial to a lot of folks, but believe it or not, there are a ton of people who live in an area and have lived there for many, many years or even their entire lives, and they travel one route, and they don't know alternate routes. And that's a problem when you get into a situation where if we're going to have heavy rains, and there was potential for flooding in low-lying areas, if there was trees falling over, mudslides, rock slides, and everything like that. Just an example, a couple years ago here on US Route 250 that runs through part of Marion County and Whitehall area, it's a huge stretch of road, and I mean, it's just, there's constantly traffic on it, and there was, I think in a span of 2 months, 1 or 2 months, there was at least 2 or 3 major rock slides that completely closed that section of road down. Now, thankfully, there are many alternate routes you can go right around that. Adds a couple miles to commute, but it goes right around it, or you just turn right around and hit another road like Route 19 or something like that and bypass it all, or even just go back and hit the interstate and come up past the other side. But this area here, we've got a lot, the main arteries into and out of, like the county seat for this county here is, you've got US routes leading into and out of it. So you got US Route 19, US Route 250, US Route 73, and then Interstate 79. And there's not a whole lot in between there except roads that come off of those roads and go to other directions. So thankfully, I mean, you are able to find alternate routes, and pretty easy. I mean, you're going to travel a little farther. But again, it amazed me when I realized, and it still does to this day, that people live in an area and have almost their entire lives, and they don't know any other way. They don't know alternate routes. And like I said, the area where I live, there's 5, 6 different ways in and out in a conventional vehicle, and that's not counting ATVs and stuff. The problem that I frequently encounter when I think of things like that is how, if something would happen, there's a river between me and my kid's school. And if it would be something, just picture an earthquake, okay? If there was an earthquake in West Virginia, and God forbid it does happen, I mean, but that would damage all the bridges and stuff like that. I've really got no alternative unless I'm traveling way outside of my way to get across that river. I could use the ATV and hope, pray to God, that it's not cold outside and that the water's not above its normal levels. I could probably get over there that way, but I do have that river as an obstacle. So I'm constantly always, trying to think of alternate ways to get over there. And if I need to, I'm getting there. That's just all there is to it. But there's always good outcomes when you pre-plan and alternate routes. One of the other videos I did, I talked about in the county that I'm pretty much live in and grew up in. I was on roads that I've never been on in my life and had no idea where I was. And thankfully, I was able to access maps on my phone to figure out where I was and where I needed to come out at, because there was nothing indicating where I was or where I needed to go. So, probably a good idea is, and you may think I'm funny, but start traveling roads that you don't normally travel in your commute. Now, not going on to work and say, I'm going to take this route and see where it leads me to. Take a Sunday drive. Take a drive, in the afternoon or something like that on a weekend or a day off. And just start traveling these roads and travel them to see where they come out. And, you don't have to have cell phone service to access maps on your phone. And that's a good thing. If you know how to read a paper map, that's even a bigger plus. You can even kind of pre-plan your routes ahead of time to learn these routes, see where they come out. and know what potentials could occur on those routes if you would need to use them. So, if there was heavy rains and mudslides or trees across the road or power lines down, or even a hazardous materials incident where a tractor trailer, hauling a tanker would wreck and spill hazardous materials, and they'd pretty much lock down the whole area around it within a mile or two. So having alternate routes, knowing the area that you live in, like I said, even in the event of an emergency or something that, the schools call and they say, hey, we're releasing kids early because of the weather, whatever it may be, and you need to get there, and suddenly your normal usual route is blocked. Again, it's amazing how many people have no idea what alternate routes there are to get in and out of and along their usual commutes and stuff. So spend some time doing that. Recon your area, so to speak. Travel roads, like I said, that you've never been on. See where they go, see where they end up, and that way you know ahead of time if something would happen that you would need to get to another destination or to your home, that you have alternate routes. And I'm going to stop talking now because it's Christmas Eve. I'm out running errands for the wife. I'm finally done. I had to come to Walmart on Christmas Eve. And it never gets better. It never gets better. There's never a good time to come to Walmart, and this is definitely one of those days where it's not. And this was just one of the stops along the way that I had to make. So I'm done. I'm heading home. I'm spending the rest of the day and tomorrow with my family. God bless you all. Merry Christmas. Have a blessed New Year. Continue to prep. Continue to prepare. Continue to develop those skills. Plan ahead. And God bless you.